Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I don't know why, but I just decided that, I should just film on the beach because I don't really know of another place that I think better, feel better, or want to be more at the end of a long day, whether I'm at school or at work. So, hey, welcome to my beach. Today, I actually want to talk to you guys about something that's been on my mind probably. Backstory. I was actually recording this video yesterday. I was ahead on my side hustle, my thing away from my internship, and of course my camera died, so that's just great. That's why my video is so late, and back to your promised event. Since last fall, I was at a conference and I was listening to someone present about Generation Z, which, if you don't know, it starts in 1995 officially, or if you have to draw a line in the sand, 1995, but it's actually very subjective. Basically, no matter what year you're born, you can be either like from 1995 to even 1990, you can consider yourself a Generation Z or a Millennial. This 5-year gap also includes people that are younger, so if you were born after 1995, aka 1996, 7, 8, or... For those of you concerned, I am not in fact sitting at a crime scene. That caution tape is actually just to protect the sea turtle eggs. Thank you. 9, you can still consider yourself a millennial if you would like, or a Gen Z, and it's this blur in the line that can really kind of is where the confusion comes in. A lot of professors always call people in my class millennials, and I think it's just because that's the popular phrase that everyone feels safe with. But actually, I think that it's important to make this distinction because, it's time that we recognize there is a new generation in front of you. It's important to kind of know the characteristics of each generation so you know what generation you fit in best, and so you know when you're addressing someone maybe in college, or if it's a professor addressing a whole generation, you know that the line's not absolutely clear, set in stone. It is very subjective. The way to clarify that is to know the characteristics of each generation. So millennials are considered digital pioneers. They were alive and well when the digital revolution began, and they are considered the first generation to have to integrate digital into their lives. Whereas Gen Z, or I've even heard it called iGen because of the digital, life that they've always been born into, is the biggest distinction between Generation Z and Millennials. So basically, it's kind of characteristics of where the subjectivity comes into play, is because, you can grow up in one part of the United States or in a certain household and be considered a millennial if you're born in 1996, or a Generation Z if you're born in 1996, or 7 or 8 or 94, or what have you. It just depends on how you grew up. So I know for me, I definitely consider myself a Generation Z because I can't even remember a time that I didn't have a computer. My grandpa literally has a computer that I remember at 3 years old that we were playing pinball on. To put it in perspective, another person that might consider themselves more a millennial maybe had a family that didn't adopt technology as fast. Maybe they didn't have a computer in their house or Wi-Fi as they were growing up at a very, very young age. Other characteristics of Gen Zers are that we can be super independent, which is good, resourceful, because we've always had information at our fingertips, but one characteristic of our parents, they had what is considered helicopter parents, and that's kind of just parenting that was always asking what you're doing, where you're going, and so therefore our parents, Generation Z parents, were a little bit more hands-off, a little bit more, let them grow on their own. So that characteristic can kind of make us a little bit more, yes, independent, but a lot of studies show that we can be a little bit more oblivious to real life situations and real life scenarios, which can be a positive in some situations on the independent and resourceful side, but can be a negative if we don't have real life situations. So this is for those people that are vegan or vegetarian, and every day they have to tell their waiter, oh, I'm vegan, oh, I'm vegetarian. Next time someone calls you a millennial and you're actually feel like you're a Generation Z, raise your hand if you're in class or what have you, and definitely be like, well, actually, I'm a Generation Z. Because, you know what, at the end of the day, it is important and it does matter, and Generation Z needs to represent.
The best thing about a secret is secretly telling someone your secret.
Awesome, guys. Well, I think that I'm going to enjoy the rest of the beach, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I make new videos every Wednesday. Make sure that you continue to enjoy your week, your summer, and always, always, always live your best life. I will see you next Wednesday. Bye, guys.